Come on, Annie. Let's go to the movies.
This is the Cinereelists, episode 727. My name is Kyle.
My name is James.
And my name is Zach.
We're here to talk movies, movie lists, and movie obsession for the next hour or so. Happy Mother's Day, guys.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Did anyone do anything exciting with either their mother or maybe a mother in their life?
Well, my wife worked last night and she works tonight.
Oh.
So she slept most of the day. But, you know, my kids hid behind the furniture when she came home and popped out at her. And then this afternoon, we went to my grandmother's house and played ping pong.
Nice.
Did she appreciate being startled when she got home?
Yeah.
Or were they not very good at startling her?
I mean, I think you could tell that they were hiding behind.
Okay. Like there's lots of giggling and...
It's fairly,
Okay.
pretty obvious. Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't like full dark house, lights off. You know, light switch isn't working.
No. It was the kids as big as the chair hiding behind the chair.
Oh, it's like that scene in Monty Python, The Life of Brian. When they're all hiding from the Romans in like the lampshades. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
For sure.
I celebrated
What about you guys?
three mothers this year. I mean, I
Okay.
celebrate all mothers, at least the good ones. But three specifically. One, the mother of my child. Also celebrated my mom out in New Smyrna Beach today. Had lunch with her with the rest of my family, who was in town, including my little sister from Michigan, the one you met, Kyle, Amanda.
Oh, yeah.
And my sister from West Florida came in because it was also my oldest sister, who's also a mother. She graduated college at 55 years of age.
Oh, that's impressive.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was cool. She graduated UCF with like a psychology degree, something she's been talking about for a long
Mhm.
time. So it was exciting. We had a-
55. Great time to get the workforce too.
We had a watch party for her graduation because UCF only gives 5 tickets, period.
Per family.
To go to the live one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't realize it, but having the big TV means whenever people want to watch something as a group, they want to do it at your place.
Is this something you did not think about as a consequence of buying your 100-inch TV?
Not a chance.
Okay.
Never even considered that would be a side effect of this. And it's fine, but I'm not used to having a bunch of people at my place. That's for sure. But it forced me to clean everything.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Like more than just surface level. You know what I mean? Normally it's a surface level clean. This was like a, just below surface level clean, I would say.
I realize I've never seen James's apartment before.
You're seeing
or
it right
condo,
now.
whatever
What are
you
you
call it.
talking about?
I that could be a background for all I know.
It's not.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, like I've seen pictures of it. You've done a tour. I have never physically been in the space, and what
Sure.
I mean is I've never been able to inspect the layer of dust in your place. So,
Sure. Well,
to know
good luck
what your
finding any
normal
dust
cleanliness
right
is.
now, but normally you could probably find some somewhere.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, good to know.
But yeah, so shout out to the moms out there.
Shout out to all the moms.
Did we do a Mother's Day list or was it just a mother's list? Our top 10 favorite mothers? Is that what we did, Zach? I feel like we did that.
Probably. I'm sure it sounds like something.
I
we would
think we did.
definitely
Yeah, movie
do.
moms.
Movie moms. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was that in the Kyle era?
That was like in the last 6 to 12 months era.
Oh, well, it probably would have been Mother's Day
Episode-
last year.
Episode 603. We did Flora and Son and top 10 movie moms.
Okay,
Yeah,
last couple of
so-
years then.
Yeah,
All right.
last couple of years. Still Kyle era though.
Still the Kyle era, correct.
Yeah.
I'm
When
really
are we,
glad to hear I have my own era of the Cinereelists.
Yeah, Zach, when are we out of the Kyle era?
Well, he joined us right on episode 429.
Right.
I made that up.
429. I think it was after 500 that I joined.
Yeah, because in episode 440, it's still saying with Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
What was 440? What besides the
Project Power.
Project
that
Power.
Yeah,
That's a
might have
movie
been.
we watched.
Yeah, that's with Jamie Foxx and JGL. It was definitely like a Netflix movie of the week, and I think that might have been when I was like special guest host.
Project Power.
Yeah, it was a pandemic movie. I'm pretty sure. Like JGL's a cop, maybe Jamie Foxx is a cop also, and there's like a super drug that's going around.
Is it bad that I don't remember this movie?
No, because it was
at all. Like
probably
not
during
at all.
COVID. Yeah, I can't tell you anything beyond like the 2-sentence plot description. I can't tell you what happened in the movie. I can't even tell you what Jamie Foxx did in the movie. I just know we watched this movie.
I mean, I am looking at all the screenshots from the movie. And I don't recognize this at all. I have zero memory of this at all.
What's its release date? I'm curious.
I don't know. I wonder how many movies. Do you think I've forgotten more movies than I remember?
No.
Okay. It does have a 61% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not great, but not rotten.
I think it was the COVID effect. I think people were just happy to get something new.
Yeah.
So they said, wow, what a great new movie I had to watch on Netflix.
The release date for this was August 2020.
Yeah, so I think this is when I was still special guest host.
Yep.
Okay.
That sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, welcome to episode 727 of the Cinereelists podcast. Thanks for joining us. We're going to talk a fairly new release movie. I think this movie can be had in theaters and also via streaming. It's an animated movie, a Pixar movie titled Hoppers. So we're going to talk that movie as well as run down a related list. Spoiler alert, Hoppers has an environmental message in it. So that's the list we're going to do. Top 10 movies with an environmental message. Hopefully we don't have the exact same lists because I didn't find a whole lot that were super inspiring, I would say, that have strong environmental messages, but we'll see. We'll see.
There's less than you would have thought. Movies that have an environmental message.
For sure. Yeah.
There's a ton of docs.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if you guys included documentaries or not.
I did not. Zach?
I definitely did. I
Okay.
consider those movies.
Cool.
Yeah. But I mean, like, they're movies that are, I don't know.
We don't put
there's
docs
just-
on our top 700.
Yeah.
Those are movies.
Well, that is an idiosyncratic thing that we do, yes. But apart from that, I'd love to hear the case that they are not movies.
Oh, no, they're definitely movies. I just feel that
Okay.
docs, especially environmental docs, are often made with a very specific message or goal in mind. Docs in
Mhm.
general, are definitely pushing
Sure.
a viewpoint for the most part.
I got you. So you treated this list as top 10 movies with an environmental message that are not have a specific goal in mind.
Nebulous environmental messages.
Yeah.
That's what he's looking for.
And some of these movies have a stronger environmental message, but they're also the message isn't the forefront. It's the story they're telling
Okay.
with fictional characters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
I guess I just thought it'd be boring if. Go ahead.
ahead.
Yeah.
No, there will be more caveats, I'm sure, once we actually get into the list. For sure.
Spoiler alert, my number one is Blackfish.
Yeah. Yep. It probably would be if we were including docs, but let's not spoil Zach's list of documentaries with an environmental message. Before we jump into Hoppers, we need to remind you there's a video version of this podcast on YouTube. Go check it out there. You could also support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Cinereelists. Support the podcast, get extra after show audio. If you enjoy witty or witless banter, like what we've been doing for the last 10 minutes, you should probably check out the after show because it's a lot of that, I would say. A lot of that, a lot of game playing, trivia game playing, that type of stuff. But yeah, check out the Patreon. You could also leave us an Apple Podcast review. That's free and easy. If you have an Apple phone, just go into Apple Podcasts and scroll down to the bottom, click leave a review. At least that's where it was the last time we looked it up. Or you could send us an email, heyguys@cinereelists.com. Send us an email with a comment, a question, a list suggestion, any of those kinds of things. And we will most likely read it on a future episode and answer your question live in the episode. Also, right now, you have the opportunity to win a vintage t-shirt from the 2002 M. Night Shyamalan movie Signs. A brand new vintage t-shirt, never worn. Estimated eBay value, more than what I paid for it. For sure. Probably, what were we saying? $50 plus. Let's say that. I think that's pretty safe.
50 to 75. Definitely 50, yeah.
I think that's safe. I think if you were to win this t-shirt and immediately think to yourself, what am I going to do with a Signs t-shirt? I don't even like this movie. You could throw it on eBay, probably get over $50 for it. So the way you can win a vintage t-shirt from the 2002 M. Night Shyamalan movie Signs is send us an email, heyguys@cinereelists.com, links in the description. And just tell me why you should win the shirt. That could be one sentence or 10 paragraphs. I don't care. Just convince me one way or another. This contest will end when it does. All right. You guys ready to jump into this week's movie?
You didn't say jump into hoppers?
We're going to jump into hoppers.
Can we hop in?
We're going to hop into hoppers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's do it right after this clip.
Hmm. What are you doing? What do you want? Please don't hurt me. Wait. What?
Ugh, can't believe I have to do this.
We are your friends, Red Heart. Your life is in danger. You must do exactly as we say, Harry. LOL, I mean Jerry.
You know my name? Oh no. Wait. What? Is this about the dam? Are you here for revenge? What do you want?
Relax, bro. Just drive to the glade. Cancel your dumb highway, and no one will get hurt.
That was Hoppers, a 2026 American animated science fiction comedy produced by Pixar Studios and Walt Disney Pictures and directed by Daniel Chong, starring the voices of Piper Curda, Bobby Moynihan, John Hamm, Kathy Najimy, and Dave Franco, amongst others. The official IMDb plot synopsis for Hoppers is: a 19-year-old animal lover uses technology that places her consciousness into a robotic beaver to uncover mysteries within the animal world beyond her imagination. Sure, that's part of the plot, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're leaving out the environmental message part, maybe, but overall, that'll get you going.
Because she has more of a mission than just to learn about animals.
I would say that isn't even a part of the movie, to be honest.
No, she
that is a red herring for sure.
She is trying to influence a decision.
Right. Yeah.
Via becoming an animal. Yeah.
You got it. So Hoppers, we saw it. It's a Pixar movie. We often talk about Pixar movies on this podcast, although I feel like we've slowed down on them for the most part. We skip them every now and then.
That's on Pixar.
For sure. What did you guys think of Hoppers?
Which one did we skip?
There's been at least one or two that we just didn't
Elio.
bother with. Elio, we never talked
Elio,
about.
that's right. We skipped that one. I liked Elio.
Did we talk about the Buzz Lightyear movie?
Yeah, we did, yes.
We did. It's got to be another one we skipped.
We did Inside Out 2.
Right.
Strange World was Disney. That wasn't Pixar.
Sure. I don't remember. While Zach looks that up, why don't you tell us what you thought about Hoppers, Kyle?
I'm not sure how I feel about this movie.
Okay.
It's something where I'm like, I think I'll think about it. I watched this last night and I was like, I'll think about it the next 24 hours. And I haven't really thought about it since. So maybe that's the clue to something.
Sure.
I this movie is Pixar, and for me, Pixar usually means it's special both in animation, because Pixar is often at the forefront of animation, and also special in storytelling, especially emotional storytelling. And definitely, I not grew up, but came into adulthood in like sort of the prime of Pixar. We can list all those great Pixar movies from the late 90s, early 2000s, and they've all been talked to death. So we don't need to go back to that. This movie felt neither incredible with animation, like it wasn't bad animation, but it didn't feel like it was pushing animation forward when I think of other Pixar movies. Nor did I find the story to be that emotionally engaging. It tried. The Mabel character has the connection to her grandmother, to nature. And I did like that the Mabel character, right? Mabel was her name, the main character?
Probably.
I think so. I did like that, she was not she was not a conformist, if that makes any sense. Maybe they could have pushed that a little stronger. I don't know. Maybe Pixar doesn't want to go full like environmental anarchist in a movie, but I thought they could have made her nonconformist traits a little stronger. I think that would be more interesting. And then this movie just gets kind of weird in the back half. I'm not sure how much we want to get into the story, but right, the essential setup is, and they wave it away. It's fine. Like there's a technology at the university where humans can upload their consciousness into robotic animals, and these robotic animals, they move perfectly. They joke that it's like Avatar, even though it's, that's kind of, a little bit of a, not a ripoff, but a nods to that. And that's fine. Like, I don't need an explanation for how this all works. It's a animated kids movie. Suspension of disbelief. That's totally fine. But they take it into this realm of, I don't know, just the animal kingdom, which I found to be very strange. And the animals decide that they no longer like people. And I'm like, really? It took to 2026 for animals to decide that people were maybe bad for the world? Like it's this one inciting incident. It's like, oh, maybe the humans are not good for us. I'm like, everything else humans have done to the planet up until 2026, totally fine. Animals could excuse
this one pond to put it over the edge.
Yeah, exactly. This is where we draw the line. And it just built this world that I found to be very strange. It made sense when there was like this one, we'll say king, because he seemed like maybe he was the king of like the area. It's like, oh, okay, whatever, But then they brought in all these other animals and their kind of royalty and their hierarchy and these councils. And I was just like, what are we watching right now? I don't understand. And then, it got even farther into the body swapping, and I don't know. It just kind of got to be strange. And after a while, both my wife and I were looking at each other like, what exactly are we watching? What is happening in this movie? It's a little creepy, and that's fine. I don't mind kids' movies, having a little like horror elements to it. We mentioned Elio, which I like Elio better than this movie.
Me too.
I would say Elio's not like a Coco or anything like that, but Elio did the same thing where it kind of dipped into like that kid-friendly scariness, kid-friendly horror, and I thought they did it much better than this movie, where I just kind of left myself a little baffled by the time we got to the end. So if you ask me to give a star rating right now, I have no idea what it would be. Maybe I can hear you guys discuss it, and that'll help me focus my feelings. Zach, anything you want to add?
Well, I was excited that we were doing a Pixar movie this week, because I was like, every Friday we do pizza movie night with my family. I was like, oh, great. I can watch a movie for Cinereelists, and this will be the family movie, and we'll all watch this. And the kids, they saw the trailer and they like animals. And so they were into it too. But this was a did not finish for my kids.
I was wondering as I was watching this, like, there's no way Zach's kids were going to finish this movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
How far at what point was it we're done?
He accidentally like killed a butterfly,
Yeah. Okay.
and they did not like that.
like turn it off, Dad, or like why did he kill that butterfly? Like a million
No,
questions.
like telling me they really don't like this movie. They want to turn it off. They really don't like this movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it's sick. It gets better. It does not get creepier the farther we go.
So we're already about halfway through the movie. So instead, we put on the Super Mario Brothers movie and watched half of that.
The original one or the
the
new
original one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But by the original one, you mean the one from the 90s with Bob Hoskins?
Oh yeah, they love
that wouldn't
one.
creep them out at all. And then we turned that one off after halfway through.
Yeah, they found this infinite half booby glitch.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So they weren't in this movie, and to be honest, I wasn't enjoying the movie either. The movie, it has two cardinal sins in my mind.
Mhm.
The first one is this is kind of a trope within some cartoons, and I don't like it ever. And it's a franticness of all the characters. Like all the characters feel frantic all the time. So they're always rushing wherever they're going. They're always getting their last minute. They're out of breath. Everything is happening at like a level 10 all the time. So like, she's running to get there at the very last moment and she does, and then bumps someone and they're fumbling with something and it's just teetering on the edge. And so they scramble to get it right as it's about to fall off the edge. And everyone's just, it's exhausting to watch. And like every character in this movie, until like there's some of the animals a little bit more chill, but in the human world, I mean, like she has a professor of like biology or whatever. And this professor is constantly like just going at a 10. Her reaction to everything is just the sense of urgency and like very fast movements, and it's just exhausting.
Mhm.
And it just feels like such a crutch. And I don't think animation has to be that frenetic just to make full use of the animation. You know what I mean? And it's fake drama in my mind.
Yeah.
The other cardinal sin is very early on, we're presented with this idea, like the law of the pond or whatever. It's like, hey, if you need to get eaten, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. And like, I like the message that like, we all have to accept the way of nature, right? Like we're all in this together. Sometimes we got to eat each other, to get through this. Like, I understand that message, but in practice, it led to a very blasé sense of death, which is like, oh yeah, he's going to eat me now. Okay. And it's just like a morbid community where anyone could be eaten at any time and you're not allowed to care, right? Just the stakes are so low all the time because you're just not allowed to care if you live or die. And it's just a weird, upsetting world building item, I thought. Especially when the third law of the pond is like everyone, regardless of who you are, has to look out for the little guy. It's like, well, how does that work with law number 2?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
know.
No,
Yes.
those are my main gripes.
Zach, did you ever finish The Wild Robot?
No, I never saw it.
So that, I mean, is very similar where it's a community of animals. And like there's an agreement that like, yeah, predators need to eat prey. And like we understand how that works. But they also have around dusk, I can't remember what time it is, but they have like gathering time. It's like safe time. It's when they can all gather together, they can do their thing and no one's in danger of being attacked by anyone else. And I thought the Wild Robot handled this same idea so much better of like, yeah, nature is violent and nature leads to death, but there can be a balance of that.
Mm.
And right, this movie kind of hand waves it like, yeah, it's going to happen. It's fine.
Yeah, it seemed like a very Looper way of explaining something away that they didn't want to focus on in the movie. So they were just like, yeah, it's just the way it is. Move on.
Yeah.
But didn't make a whole lot of sense to me either. I made the mistake of watching the first third of WALL-E like a week ago. and then watching this movie, and watching this movie made me sad.
Yeah.
It's just like, not seriously sad, just like Pixar can be so good. It can be so good. It can be on theme. It can choose the pace that fits the movie. It can be riveting for children and adults the same. And that is not Hoppers, I would say. I think for some reason, like the environmental message that is here was like so on its face that even as an adult, I was kind of like, okay, let's be super obvious about this from frame one. And like, there's no subtlety in this movie at all, I would say. And I think they kind of tried to pull an up on us at the beginning.
Yes. I turned to Megan and said, they're going to up us.
Yeah. For the record, Mabel is the child's name.
Yeah.
Okay. You kept insinuating it was the grandmother, right, Zach? Am I crazy?
No.
Okay.
No, I said Mabel has this relationship with her grandmother.
Okay.
I might have mentioned the same sentence. But
misheard then. I misheard. So yeah, Mabel is like a precocious child, I would say, who has her own opinions on how the world should work, and the world is not working that way. And so she's just challenging everything, despite the fact that like some of her challenges puts other things at risk and herself at risk and all kinds of stuff. And I was fine with that story. It was just, I couldn't really put my finger on it until Zach said that the movie was frantic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the feeling I got, was that there was just no room for any of this to breathe, I would say, especially after they ditched the up attempt at the beginning. From then on, it was just solid, like madcap stuff. And it's not that that can't be interesting or good. It just did not catch me at all. And so what you're left with is just like a lot of screaming and yelling, and like characters are just talking very loudly and fast paced at each other for no reason whatsoever, I would say. And while the movie was playing, I was just kind of trying to remind myself, it's a kid's movie, you know, not all of them are going to be WALL-E. Really, all I wanted to do was shut it off and finish WALL-E, but I didn't. I saw it through. And then the flying shark happened, and I was like, nope, I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with this movie. I can't stand it. The movie is silly to begin with, but when that happened, for some reason, it crossed a line with me, and
it flew the shark.
It
jumped. Yeah.
Completely. Then they had some pretty awesome fire effects at the end, and I was like, technologically, that's pretty cool. That was kind of awesome. I didn't like why in the storyline there were fire effects or anything leading up to it or anything. It was just the visual and the technology behind that was super impressive. And I wish it was in a better movie for sure. Because that felt like the animation was very good, very refined throughout. It wasn't my style of storytelling, so I was having a hard time like enjoying that aspect of it. Until the fire effects, and then I was like, oh, that's actually visually very interesting and cool, and certainly didn't save the movie for me, but it was there and I enjoyed that bit. And also, I'm glad your kids dipped, because that last 20 minutes is scarier than the rest of the movie.
It's frightening.
For sure.
Especially, yes. Yeah.
Yes. Definitely. Yeah, if they hadn't dipped before that, I think you probably would have had them dip when some of that stuff started happening. I don't know. Do you normally wait for them to give you the cue, or are they pretty early on that stuff anyway?
The kids have a separate tolerance for things.
Sure.
And so it's a delicate balance.
Okay. So one of them doesn't seem to react to some of that, and the other one is pretty early on it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But in this case,
Jacob was like, let's watch until one more scary thing happens.
Sure. And Kayla's like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Nice.
So Jacob wants to like push himself a little bit. He's like, I want to see how far I can go.
Oh, for sure.
That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we haven't really talked about or I haven't talked about the particulars of the movie that much. It just feels like a straight kids movie, not a particularly great one.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on at Pixar. Have they completely? I don't feel like they've lost their step, because this is not Minions. You know what I mean? It's not completely soulless, pointless, I would say. But also, it wasn't good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Pixar Inside Out 2 was good. I'm sure
Right.
Toy Story 5. I mean, I liked 4. I'm sure 5 will be good. Like
Yeah.
they seem to, their IP seems to be doing fine.
Yeah.
They just can't seem to. I mean, besides Coco was 2017. I'm trying to think of like the last Pixar movie where I was like, oh, this feels like classic Pixar to me.
I liked Encanto, which we never really talked about on the podcast, but I like
We
Encanto.
Didn't. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does feel like you take kind of their first 10, 15 movies, and there are no real stinkers in there. There's certainly movies I prefer and don't prefer, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure Cars 2 is in that first 10 or 15.
sure. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. So maybe there's one or two that I definitely don't like, but it feels like their batting average has gone down.
Yeah. I mean, I would say the first like 20 years of Pixar,
Mm-hmm.
minus some exceptions, pretty solid overall. It was definitely more good than less than good.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, last 10 years.
It's-
Yeah,
One for us, one for you type of thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I did enjoy about this movie was the animation style of the animals between when they were in the real world versus when they were in the Hopper viewpoint, I guess you could put it.
Mm-hmm.
So like when humans view these animals, they looked like animals. They had like beady eyes and moved like animals. But then when we were in like the Hopper view, where the animals were interact with each other, they were much more anthropomorphized. They had like the big eyes, they had teeth. Though I was really bothered
like
that
little hairstyles and stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
I was bothered that the geese had teeth, or whatever birds.
Oh,
they
that
were.
one goose. I mean, geese I think do have teeth, but this was so teeth forward, it was disturbing.
It was, and then also the butterfly also had teeth,
Hmm.
and I don't need my toothless animals to have teeth. True, I guess geese technically have teeth, but you're right. They're like these big vampire fangs coming out of it, and that bugged me.
Yeah.
Bugged you?
It bugged me, yes. And also, can we discuss the amount of time that it takes a caterpillar to become a butterfly? That larval stage was
Pretty short.
pretty exactly.
Yeah, I also like the crowns.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of story elements in here that just, I don't know. It didn't hook me. I don't know. It got good reviews, which I think is why we watched it.
Yeah.
At least as far as I'm concerned, that's why I watched it, because I was like, oh, this movie that I had no interest in seems to be getting good reviews. Maybe Pixar has something here. And then I watched it and I was like, why do people like this? I didn't fully understand it.
I'm working on a theory right now.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Tell me what you think. Perhaps kids' animated movies should be made around toys. Like they should have the merch in mind when they make a movie. And if there's not a strong toy line that can come out of the movie, then perhaps it's not going to be a good movie.
Are you saying that a goose with teeth will not sell at Christmas time?
Yeah. Well, nothing from this movie, right, is going to be the must-have toy of the summer.
Okay.
But if you think about their other great movies, right? Toy Story, toys, done, check. Okay.
Cars.
They're all toys. Cars.
Yeah,
Cars.
Cars is where that theory falls apart, I would say, because Cars
doesn't.
I believe the Cars franchise is like the most successful of all the toy.
Yes.
Yeah, but the Cars movies, I know people have love for the first one and possibly the second one, but Cars 1 was passable and 2 and 3 were not good.
Well, no, as an adult, but I'm saying Cars are beloved movies. Like those are beloved characters. Like
kids,
it is the most popular.
Sure, for kids or people that grew up when they were
Hoppers
coming out.
is not going to be.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Same with like, no one's buying the merch from Soul or Turning Red. You know what I mean?
Although Soul, I feel like Soul was an animated film made for adults.
It was.
Yes,
Right.
it was not a kids movie.
Yeah. But that was a good movie. I liked Soul.
No, I get it. I'm saying like for a good kids movie for kids, right?
Okay.
Like Star Wars, you need the merch.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like whether the merch would sell is not your primary goal when writing a movie. I think maybe you should write a good story and then maybe the merch will sell.
It's possible. It's just there might be something similar to like what makes a good toy playable, right, and fun.
Sure.
Also makes a good movie. Like for kids. I mean,
So it
obviously,
doesn't
like
have to have a playable toy. You think it just might increase its chances, is what you're saying.
I'm just thinking of the Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? Like you got the toys.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles 2. If you like sat back as an adult and tried to get into Ninja Turtles, I think you would also not like Ninja Turtles. If you had no like childhood attachment to it, it's also pretty thin.
I mean, if you're talking the cartoon, yeah, not gonna get into that. That first Turtles movie, it's actually a good movie. Like, yes, it's mutant turtles, so that could be a barrier of entry to adults. But
You're telling
it's a
me
well-made movie.
an adult coming to the first Ninja Turtles movie with no context for Ninja Turtles, did not grow up with it, doesn't care about it. They would sit down and watch that movie and be like, this is a good movie.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's gonna be their favorite movie. They're gonna love it as much as like I do, but they may watch that movie objectively and be like, oh, objectively, this is a well-made movie about Ninja Turtles that live in the sewer.
I don't know. Zach.
Roger Ebert gave it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Roger Ebert.
Roger Ebert gave it both thumbs.
He was an adult and probably not a comic book reader.
I don't
Doubt he
know.
watched the cartoon either.
Let's see what Siskel said.
Oh, so Ebert gave it 1 thumb up. Is what you're saying.
Yeah. Siskel liked it.
Yeah, there we go.
I like the first Ninja Turtles movie, but I feel like we're judging it on a sliding scale of awfulness, I would say. It's like,
Okay.
it elevates comparatively, but not on its own.
So I
Hard
showed my
disagree.
son all 3 Turtles movies pretty much like in a weekend.
Yeah. You're
And
telling me a
he-
9-year-old like a Ninja Turtle movie?
One, he's 10.
When he watched it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is very recently.
Okay.
And he's aware of the Ninja Turtles, but he's never watched the cartoon. Like he didn't go into it with the nostalgia and the love that I did. And he, after that first movie, he was like, that's a pretty good movie. He's 10, right? But he liked the first one without having any of the context,
Mhm.
the larger context of the Turtles. The second one he found to be fun and silly. The third one he thought was super stupid. So I think that people, can view kids' movies objectively and be able to find like, oh, this is a good one. This is a bad one. It's not just kids are like, oh, I love everything.
I mean, I would not disagree. Except for when it comes to Ninja Turtles. I don't think that first Ninja Turtles movie is like anything great.
When's the last time you watched the first Ninja Turtles movie?
Probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
But I've seen
You
it
know,
a lot as a child and as an adult.
Pop in
it's
the
not-
Blu-ray.
Sure. I like the Ninja Turtles movie, but I feel like I can watch it and appreciate it for what it is, which is a better movie than any Ninja Turtles movie probably should be, as proof in part 2 and part 3. You know what I mean? They could not. The tone of the first Ninja Turtles movie treats the premise realistic enough.
Yeah.
That when you get some drama towards the end, it feels like there's stakes. I think that's missing from almost all the other Ninja Turtles media. So in that way, it is the best thing that's Ninja Turtles, but it's not, a great movie, I wouldn't say.
Ooh. That's I disagree.
Respectfully disagree.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
What makes it great? Other than the tone. As an adult.
I mean, I think what makes it great is like it's telling an actual story. It's not just Ninja Turtles showing up, kung fu kicking the Foot Clan, and then eating pizza. Like,
Sure.
There is an arc to the story. You have Danny, who's he's our audience surrogate. He's getting drawn into the Foot. These turtles have been doing this thing for a while now, but now they're meeting this new enemy, right? There's a disagreement on how they should go about like fighting crime, where Raph is off going rogue and kind of doing it by himself. He's leaving his team behind, and there's consequences to that. Things happen to Raph that the rest of the turtles have to deal with, and you realize, oh, these are brothers who care for each other, right? Yes, they may fight. Yes, they may talk about tubular pizza and things like that, but like there is an emotional center to who the Ninja Turtles are. They're not just beating people up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all not generic characters. Like they're individual personalities, right?
Yeah.
And you can keep it all straight in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
That's
these are all things that make it better than your average kids movie. But
Plus, Casey Jones has the best line when he crushes the shredder and goes, "Oops!" He turns on the the trash compactor. Like, just how he casually murders the shredder is just pretty amazing.
isn't there like is it a subplot, or is it just a moment where somebody's like trading cartons of cigarettes?
Yeah.
Or something like that. One of the teens or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Danny.
That's
Yeah.
Oh no, Sam Rockwell.
yeah, Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And also, it's like the coolest layer ever. You don't want kids to go into crime. Don't show them like a skateboard arcade neon center with free cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's asking me to join the Foot Clan.
I mean, that was the point, right? That's how they were tricking kids into being in the Foot Clan.
It seemed like there's a lot of kids just hanging out, though. Like, I don't think all those kids are becoming ninjas. Some were just there to
for sure
play
not.
Contra.
No. They looked up to the ones that did become. Part
Oh,
of the
that's a good point. When the Foot did
Yeah.
show up,
Yeah.
they wanted to be. And that's right, because Danny gets his headband at some point, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I should watch it. Turtle. I want to watch it again.
So good.
It's so good.
You can tell we didn't like the movie because we're talking more about Ninja Turtles than we probably should.
This movie even had a turtle in it at the very beginning.
Sure. I said one thing nice about Hoppers. I want to hear one thing nice from you guys about Hoppers.
Well, no, my nice thing was I liked the animation style difference between the animals in the real world versus the animals in the Hopper view.
Zach, your turn. Did we take them all?
He's still thinking about Ninja Turtles, I think.
I'm just trying to think of what actually was nice about this film. We get very few movies that have a beaver character.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an underrepresented animal for how cool it is. It's a cool animal.
The beaver is like a environmental engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Where like they create their dams and then an ecosystem flourishes because the beaver showed up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, there's this one moment in the movie where like all the beavers come together and they're going to save the glade or whatever, and they maybe about 15 beavers all chomp into a tree at the same time. And I don't think the movie gave it a second thought that like, what are they doing? They're just going to destroy this tree? Like it's all pointless chomping. If everyone chomps at every part of the tree, it just becomes
they're just eating a tree.
Yeah, exactly. Like you do it with purpose, like to fit the tree and whatever you need. Like they're just like destroying this tree for no reason. It was the most pointless 2 seconds of the movie. Anyways,
since Zach can't think of a nice thing to say, I'll say another nice thing I like about this movie.
Okay.
It was a moment that actually made me laugh. So there's like a lizard character in this movie, right? And there's a moment where they decide they have to destroy a dam to like save the day. Spoiler alert for hoppers. So all the animals are like ripping this dam apart, pulling all the sticks out. And then we get like a couple seconds of this lizard like running through the dam and just karate chopping like little twigs. It's not doing anything, but like he's just so.
I do remember that.
He's just feeling so helpful. Like I'm gonna cut all these twigs down, and that made me laugh. I thought that was actually a clever little moment to show.
Sure.
Yeah.
I also appreciated that this movie had nothing to do with bunnies for the most part, because I thought that's what it was. I knew nothing about the movie other than the poster, and it's not like there's even a lot of bunnies on the poster. It's just the name itself. I thought like, oh, this is probably like about bunnies somehow or whatever, and then it really was not about that.
See, rabbits are overrepresented in cinema.
Yeah, I think this year or last year, wasn't there like specifically an Easter animated kids movie that came out?
There's been a few like Easter Bunny movies, right?
Yeah. And so I thought maybe this was Pixar's
Peter
take
Rabbit,
on that.
maybe.
I liked the first Peter Rabbit.
Yeah.
I didn't see the other ones, but
Just that and Zootopias and
Right.
you know,
I just didn't want
Roger Rabbit.
I just didn't want to watch a movie about a bunch of rabbits for some reason. And then it wasn't that. So that made me feel good about the movie when I realized that's what I was wrong about what it was about. And then we got what we got, and I was like, maybe rabbits are okay. Maybe we should have got the rabbit movie. It might have been better. I don't know.
Rabbits less environmental impact than a beaver.
Yeah.
Easier movie.
Also, like, I get it's a kids movie, but they're building that road. Come on.
They already have it there, right? I mean,
Right.
it's like
There was one little section that wasn't done. They're building that road. These adults are not giving in. They might create another pond somewhere and move all the animals to it, but they are not deciding not to build the road. Spoiler alert.
you could make a case that having a more efficient road system with this highway would reduce the amount of pollution of the cars. You know, if it's reducing 3 minutes from people's commute time, the amount of pollution over the long term that it saves might actually help the environment.
But this road
agree.
didn't even go around the city. It seemed like it came out of the city, looped through the woods, and then went back into it. Like it was like this hula hoop that was, you know, I don't know. I didn't even understand the road project.
Yeah. I think it would have been cool too if we got, again, I'm an adult, so maybe I just need this, like some more shades of the bad guy to like kind of make him less of a, pun intended, cartoon character.
Yeah. So in contrast, have you guys seen Paw Patrol, the movie?
No.
You know, I've missed that one. It's on my watch list.
I've seen it a lot. That movie, super similar. They're dogs that talk, and then there's an evil mayor. Okay. And that mayor is a much more embodied character. You know what I mean? We have a mayor and he's like a full-fledged character. Even if he's relatively one note, he has he's overflowing with personality. And so Paw Patrol was able to do it.
Yeah, so you think like the most prestige animation studio in the world would... Is Pixar more prestigious than Studio Ghibli? I'd say those are your front runners, right?
No, I would say they're not.
Better known.
Studio Ghibli's more prestige, right?
Yeah.
Because I think prestige does carry a sense of like rarefied air, and Pixar is a little bit for the masses, even if it's like well thought of.
Yeah.
Pixar, I mean, let's be real here, right? Isn't it famously like all their best movies of the first gen were like came from one lunch brainstorming session or something? Isn't that the case? Like they came up with 7 of their movies at this one lunch.
Oh, is that the case, really?
They made that for the next 10 years and it was super successful. And then that's when the sequels started.
Yeah, like other than Cars, they were all bangers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just a different studio than it was. I mean, we have to be honest, it's a different studio.
Also, like a lot of the creative minds that were at that meeting, they're not even at Pixar anymore.
Well, because isn't Pete Docter the head of Pixar now?
Yeah, he's canceled though.
He is?
Isn't Pete Docter, or was it the other guy, John Lasseter?
No, that's John Lasseter.
Okay, John Lasseter.
Who was the original head?
Right. So Pete
Right.
Docter, was he?
Pete Docter gave us Iron Giant. Pete Docter gave us Incredibles.
Sure.
Like,
but again, that's Gen 1 Pixar. It's been a while.
well, yeah, Iron
since
Giant's not
we've
Pixar
had
at all.
this.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Pete Docter canceled a movie that was almost completed called Be Fry.
How do you spell B Fry?
BE and then another word FRI.
Okay.
Why was it
what-
canceled? If it was almost done, it must have been pretty bad or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Hmm.
It was to focus on two teenage girls who were once besties, but find themselves drifting apart after learning their favorite Sailor Moon style TV show is real and that they need to set out on a universe spanning quest to save humanity.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm good.
I wanna
Good
see
call,
that.
Pete.
I want to see that. I would watch that. If it had Pixar's
Be
name
Fry
on it, I would watch it.
Is short for best friends.
Oh, okay.
Which I've never heard that before. I want to call it BFFs.
Not snappy enough. I don't know. Anything else with Hoppers that we need to talk about? It kind of honestly depressed me while I was watching it. And I think it was the Wall-E thing. If I hadn't tried to dip into Wall-E right before watching this, it just, the whole movie, I was just thinking about Wall-E and how good it is compared to the, again, as Zach pointed out, the frenetic pace of this, that they just never let the movie breathe enough for you to even care about what's going on. And it was kind of annoying to watch. And in comparison, Wall-E might be boring for children. I think it might be their first movie that's primarily for adults and secondarily for children, because you have to get through so much not happening until that very last sequence where things pick up the pace.
But I think a lot of kids can be entertained by the personality of Wall-E. But yeah, that first 20 minutes is, speechless, but like Wall-E is such an expressive and interesting character.
And there's the cricket.
The cricket helps, yeah. Who can get squished and still be fine?
Oh, maybe
Sure.
it's a cockroach. Is
It
it
is
a cockroach?
You're right.
It's a cockroach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a small insect.
All right, Kyle, you wondered out loud whether a discussion would help you define your star rating. What are you going to give Hoppers?
Yeah, I think I don't hate this movie. I don't like this movie. I'm going to go 2.5. Just goes right down the middle.
Oh, so you're neutral about this movie?
I'm not neutral about it.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm meh about it.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend it, but if
Sounds
someone
pretty
said,
neutral.
I'm going to watch Hoppers, I'm not going to go, don't watch Hoppers. Like, form your own opinion.
If they were an adult and they didn't have any kids and they were just a Pixar fan, I'd be like, only if you're a completionist. Otherwise,
Sure.
Go watch Flow or something.
James, what are you?
I was going to give it a 2.5, but in thinking about that fire effect, I'm going to go 3.
Wow.
I think it elevated it half star. A little
So this is-
above average for me. Go ahead, Zach.
So this is an above average Pixar film for you, James.
Slightly above average for kids' movies in general.
Oh. What category does this go in? This should go in a Pixar movie, James,
Yeah.
but instead this is going in a kids' movies in general category.
When I came up with this star rating, I judged it against kids' movies in general, not Pixar movies. If it was,
what would it be?
if I was judging it against Pixar movies, it definitely would have stayed at 2.5.
Oh, your average Pixar movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because even bad Pixar movies, well, Cars 2 is really bad.
Is
but
objectively
bad Pixar movies are normally like 2.5s for me, which just puts it
Wait.
in the average kids movie.
No, but again, your category is Pixar movies. So your average Pixar movie, a bad Pixar movie would be below that, wouldn't it? Could you have?
Yeah, like Cars
Could you-
2
could
is
you-
like a 0.5 for me. That is the low.
Sure. But are there any other Pixar movies that are below average Pixar movies? Because I would think half of them would be.
Cars 3? No. Not half of them.
No. Why not? Half of Pixar movies are not below average Pixar movies?
No.
Okay.
It's not how my ranking goes.
Gotcha. What does a 2.5 mean?
It means average.
Okay, gotcha. I gave this a 1.5 star.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
I didn't know how low you're going to go, Zach. Like it's at least a 2.
It was a 2 before this conversation.
Yeah. So you made an interesting point about the frenetic animation, and it had me thinking about your favorite animated film, Robin Hood, and like just how low key Robin Hood is as a movie. And like, even though there's animals being arrested and there's tournaments and like there's action, things happen in Robin Hood, but also like they take a time to have a rooster sing you a song for a while.
The only time that someone is really rushing is when there's a young baby rabbit that's about to be like, can be like left behind.
Yeah.
So Robin Hood rushes to go and save her. That's an appropriate time.
Yeah. But other than that, Robin Hood he's taking his time.
He's a chill
Whimsy.
fox.
Totally.
Total fox.
Let's not go there.
Made Marion such a vixen.
Don't get me started. That movie's been co-opted and I don't like it.
Oh, by a certain crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm sure it has been. Yes.
All right. That was Hoppers with a 2, a 3, and a 2.5.
A 1.5 from Zach.
I gave it
1.5. 1.5 from Zach. Let's move on to our list for this week. We are the Cinereelists. It's right there in the name, lists. This week, we've accompanied Hoppers with our top 10 movies with an environmental message. In Hoppers, there's a pretty strong, blatant environmental message going on. And so we tried to collate movies that also have their own environmental message, our favorites, and we've picked them and ranked them in ascending order.
Yeah, ascending order. Correct. Yes.
All right. I'll go first. My number 10, Happy Feet. Speaking of animated movies with environmental messages, Happy Feet is a great example of this. It's a movie directed by George Miller of Mad Max fame. Certainly a guy who can write an efficient movie. I'm not sure. Well, I guess all of his movies have a little bit of an environmental message in them, right? Just by nature of being post-apocalyptic, at least the Mad Max movies, which I just noticed, Kyle, you have a Fury Road poster behind you.
Oh, I do. Yes.
Yep. You're swapping these out like on a semi-regular basis at this point.
I figured might as well change up the background every so often. Give people a reason to watch the YouTube.
You got the posters.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, family-friendly movie. I don't remember it being like near as frenetic as Hoppers was for sure, but it's a song and it's a musical. It features the voice of what's his name?
Elijah Wood.
No, the guy who got in trouble recently in Louisiana.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf is one of the voices in Happy Feet. I think. Is that right? I might be lying.
I think you're thinking of Surf's Up, which is another Penguin movie.
I am thinking of Surf's Up. You're right. Elijah Wood is in Happy Feet. Also, Robin Williams is in Happy Feet, and also rest in peace, Brittany Murphy does a voice in Happy Feet. Yeah, the environmental part of Happy Feet is like the Arctic ecosystem is like under pressure essentially, and these cute penguins have to survive the pressures of humans on the Antarctic. And it's not a super strong like through line, but it's definitely in there, and that's why it's my number 10, Happy Feet.
Right. I've never seen Happy Feet nor Surf's Up. I just can tell you the entire cast of those movies.
Weird.
No, the reason why is maybe I could say this for Patreon. At work, someone asked me like, why were there so many Penguin movies at once? So I did a deep dive into the history of Penguin movies at the turn of the millennium, and then had to learn about all the cast and everything. So
I just figure easy to animate.
that's, you know what? Let's save this for Patreon.
Okay.
We can talk about why there was a boom of Penguin movies.
I can't wait. Did you guys notice Meryl Streep was in Hoppers?
I didn't notice. I
noticed it by looking at the cast list,
Yes,
not while
yes.
I was watching it, for sure.
Was she the professor or whatever?
No, she was the squished bug.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only voice that I called was John Hamm. I was like, I think that's John Hamm's voice. But the rest were.
I didn't recognize any of them.
Yeah.
By
Well, and
voice.
even John Hamm was doing a voice. It wasn't his normal. All right. My number 10. It's actually a movie I have the poster for. I should have put it up. Missed opportunity. But it's 1987's Ernest Goes to Camp. And this is my favorite Ernest movie. And I haven't seen it in a long time, but I really actually want to watch it again because I have fond memories of this movie. In this movie, Ernest plays the handyman at a summer camp. And the summer camp is being threatened by a mining company that wants to buy the land out and then turn the whole summer camp into a strip mine. So Ernest and a bunch of misfit campers must join together to defeat the mining company and keep them from buying the camp and turning it into a mine. And Ernest movies he's a silly character. He's a doofus. He always means well though. And I think this one is the most accessible of the Ernest movies. They're all a little strange, but this one is the least strange of them. And also the least disgusting, the least creepy. The more you get into the Ernest oeuvre, the weirder they get.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this one, if you want to see an Ernest movie, Ernest Goes to Camp is probably the best place to start. There is a weird plot line where like the summer camp is owned by a Native American man. And I was just looking him up and he's just credited as Old Indian Chief. I was like, he is a main character in this movie. Does not even give the name, just Indian Chief. So
I forget the environmental message of that movie.
Oh, the message is don't let mining companies take over your pristine nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is the Old Indian Chief, is he the same as the Native American in Saved by the Bell?
I don't know.
Teaches Zach a lesson.
That's a great question. IMDb, Letterboxd doesn't have TV, so I can tell you that his name is Iron Eyes Cody, and he has been in Ernest Goes to Camp as well as Ace in the Hole.
Wow. Those are his only 2 credits?
No, he has 123 credits.
I was going to say, those are pretty wild credits if those are the only 2.
No, it looks
he was
like
the crying Indian.
Oh, he was the crying Indian?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Oh, yeah, shedding a tear. Look at that. I did not know that.
That's awesome. Okay, well, there we go. My number 10 is Ferngully, The Last Rainforest from 1992. This is a cartoon. If you've seen Avatar, you are aware of this movie. It does star Robin Williams, though, which is fun. He plays a baddie. And Christian Slater's in this. I mean, Tim Curry, right? Tim Curry's a great animated actor, voice actor. But yeah, there's a bunch of fairies and they're trying to save the rainforest from like a evil corporation that's going to tear it down. And I like Avatar. My kids prefer Ferngully. My kids prefer Ferngully 2 over Ferngully, but
Okay.
I think Ferngully is better film.
And what are your kids think about Avatar?
They've practically seen it with Ferngully.
Okay. Before James goes on, Iron Eyes Cody, Italian American.
Really?
Yep. The crying Indian, not even a Native American.
The 80s were a wild time.
Oh, I mean, no, he was playing Native American back in like the cowboy movie era.
Sure.
He was like, I'm Italian. What, close enough. Who's gonna know? So, but he went as far as to like lie. Like he didn't, just be happen to cast. He said, "Oh, I'm Native American."
Oh, he lied to casting agents?
He lied to America.
Oh, okay. Speaking of America, my number 9 movie is not from America. It's from Australia. It's from 1984. It's Razorback. Just a movie I think I bring up fairly regularly, but it fits here. So Razorback, the movie set in the Australian outback. It's a cheesy sci-fi horror movie about a killer pig. It's Jaws, but in the outback, essentially. And so the gist of the movie is this giant razorback, which can prompt other flocks of pigs to like do bad things, I would say, to humans. He's out for vengeance because this shady company in the outback is killing wild boars and processing them for dog food. And somehow this mutated wild boar grows to be big and then hunts down the people who are doing this, essentially. And it's a very silly, cheesy 80s movie, but it has just enough of the things that I like to keep me engaged. It's also like the majority of the movie is shot at night with real creature effects because we're talking 80s. And so they're hiding the imperfections. Not that it's the killer wild boar is not presented as real or anything like that. It's just from a bygone era of filmmaking, I would say, where they were literally puppeteering this wild boar, and just super fun movie, not to be taken too seriously, but there is kind of like this weird ecological, nature getting revenge element to this movie. In retrospect, now that I talk about it, I'm not sure it's an environmental message. But it's definitely like nature being unhappy with what man is doing.
Yeah.
And getting its revenge. So take that for what it's worth. My number 9, Razorback.
Nice. My number 9 is The China Syndrome from 1979. This stars Jane Fonda as a reporter who witnesses an accident at a nuclear power plant, along with her cameraman, played by Michael Douglas, and wants to publicize it to warn people about the danger of nuclear power and how it could be a detriment to humanity if handled irresponsibility, as is in this movie. And then Jack Lemmon plays, I think he either plays like the head of the plant or the head of the energy company, who's trying to prevent her from reporting her story and reporting the truth about what happened at the plant. And this is a good sort of like pot boiler thriller where there's, conspiracies and, people are tracking her, and, there's a lot of hysterics about what's going to happen when the big meltdown happens. So it's sort of an anti-nuclear, not war, anti-nuclear power movie, which affects our environment.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. My number 9 is a Gus Van Sant film called Promised Land from 2012. You guys remember Promised Land with Matt Damon?
Never heard of it.
Okay. Directed by Gus Van Sant, stars Matt Damon and John Krasinski. And this is about a small town, and a natural gas company wants to come and like drill for natural gas there, right? And so they can make the whole town rich if they like will sign over, their rights to drill or that kind of thing. And it's well acted. I like the actors in it, and there's like a twist in it, which is great. And so it kind of elevates the movie beyond that. And I think it's great. Yeah, the tension around the movie is, will the town sign in order to drill? kind of a thing.
Mm.
But it's good. It's really good. Promised Land.
I
It's
thought
my first
I'd
time hearing about this movie.
Yeah, I thought I'd seen most of Gus Van Sant's movies, but I didn't even have this on my watch list. Not marked watch, not even on the watch list.
Let me ask you this. Do you like Gus Van Sant and Matt Damon in a movie?
I tend to like that, yes.
Exactly.
You know, I'm kind of 50-50 on Gus Van Sant and Matt Damon.
So that would be neutral. So you'd give it what, like a 3.5 or a 4?
I'm just saying. Yeah, no. I'm saying like I've seen one Gus Van Sant Matt Damon movie that I really like, and I've seen one Gus Van Sant Matt Damon movie that I really did not enjoy whatsoever. So
What's the one that you really liked? Good Will Hunting?
no, Gary, obviously, or Jerry, whatever it's called. Yeah, Good Will Hunting. Yes,
Gary. I'm realizing now I've not even close to having seen all of Gus Van Sant's movies.
Oh, really?
A bunch I haven't seen. Yeah. Most of them I have never heard of, but he's got a lot more than I
Who
thought.
has the trophy?
Did we do a Gus Van Sant trophy?
I'm gonna. Yes, we did do a trophy. Gus Van Sant. I hold the Gus Van Sant
Okay.
trophy.
That makes sense. You may have done that one off without me ever trying to memorize them. So
just accepted that
it's possible.
This was maybe our first one. It was episode number 4.
Okay. Yeah. Could be. Could be.
Does Kyle look a little bit like Bryan Singer?
Are you looking at
No.
a specific picture of Bryan Singer?
Yeah, the trophy for Bryan Singer looked a little bit like Kyle.
I don't.
Oh.
You
reject that compliment.
It's not a compliment. It's just an observation.
I mean, Bryan Singer, not that I judge this often, I don't remember him being a particularly ugly person
He's
on the outside.
yeah,
I'm
but he's
not
super canceled
speaking to
though.
that- I'm not
On
speaking
the
to that
outside.
at all.
I don't see the resemblance. What we both have dark hair and glasses, and I haven't shaved today.
There you go. That's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, other than being white guys with dark hair, I'm not sure I see much
Yeah,
resemblance
I
either.
don't see it.
I saw an initial picture on the trophy and I was like, oh, that looks like Kyle.
I wouldn't say they look unalike. But I also don't think there's a huge, strong resemblance short of those two things.
If you want to find my doppelganger, look up Peter Orzag, who was
Yeah, for sure.
Obama's OMB director.
Yeah.
Peter Orzag.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course.
This is you like 20 years from now. Holy
Isn't
cow.
it?
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
This dude totally looks like you.
Yeah, I remember seeing a picture of this guy. I was like, whoa.
That's
Well,
wild.
yeah, and that's him with that's him now. Look at him back in look at his third picture, his Wikipedia picture.
Yeah, you don't have big ears like he does, though.
Not yet.
No, I'm talking about even when he was younger. His
that's
ears
true.
stick out.
Anyway,
Peter Orzag.
Yeah.
Never even heard of that person.
the only reason that I remember him is because I remember when he was nominated as the director. I was like, damn.
So you were the first to notice that. Somebody didn't mention it to you. You just saw a person was like, holy cow, he looks like me.
I saw a picture of him because I saw a picture of him in profile. And I was like, that's my profile, like down to a T.
Sure.
Yeah, I would say direct on, it's not quite the same, but if you see him in profile, it's crazy.
Speaking of crazy, my 2022 film that also happens to be at number 8 is How to Blow Up a Pipeline, which is a movie we talked about on this podcast. It's a thriller, I would say, about some mostly young people, like 20s, maybe early 30s, eco-extremists, I would say, or eco-extremists in the making that decide they're going to blow up a pipeline, literally. And they're all from all different backgrounds. They come together to organize this. And the question is, are they going to see it all the way through to the end? And I thought it was a nice little thriller that certainly has an environmental message behind it. Like these people are convinced that this pipeline is part of the destruction of the planet and that somebody needs to do something about it. And if the corporations are just going to run willy-nilly, then they're going to take it into their own hands to destroy the pipeline. So I think there's a lot to talk about in the movie. One, is breaking the law justified if you're doing it in the pursuit of saving the planet? You could have that discussion. This movie, I don't think, is too interested in that discussion for the most part. But that's definitely presented in the movie. And that's the environmental aspect of it. But if you just watch it as a standard thriller with a motley crew of people who think they're doing the right thing in pursuit of justice, then check out How to Blow a Pipeline. That's your movie. And you too can argue about whether people could lift a barrel or not.
I said you too can then blow up a pipeline.
Sure.
Yeah. As a movie, I didn't find it very informative. Like, I didn't know any more about blowing up a pipeline and how to than beforehand, besides how many people it takes to lift a barrel.
Sure. Yeah. My number 8.
All right. My number 8 is a movie that was on like a list of environmental films. And now I think about it, I'm not sure how this applies to our list. I'm going to back my way into this answer. So that is 1996's Fly Away Home. This stars Jeff Daniels and a young Anna Paquin. They are father-daughter who live on a farm. They find what do you call a litter of geese?
A geesage?
Gaggle?
A gaggle, there you go. A gaggle of baby geese whose their mother has died. And Anna Paquin's character decides, I'm going to raise these geese because they don't have a mother. I'm going to be their mother, and even goes as far as to teach the geese how to migrate once they reach adulthood, or at least old enough to fly. Teach them how to fly, teach them how to migrate. It's a very sweet movie. It's a very family-friendly movie. And it's about the preciousness of life and how all life should be saved, especially if it's for the better of our environment.
You like this movie?
Cool.
I do like this movie, yes.
Should I watch it, or do you think it's just not?
I think you should watch it. It's a very easy movie to watch. There's no.
It looks like a
high
feel-good
drama.
movie.
Yeah, it's a feel-good.
Isn't it based on a true story?
I believe it is. Yes. Yeah.
Winged Migration?
There are no. Winged Migration is a documentary about. Oh yeah, is Winged Migration also people in like ultralights?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've seen the documentary. Now watch the movie. They're both good. But since I was not including documentaries on my list, I can't include Winged Migration. But
Gotcha.
yeah, there definitely were people, and probably still are, who taught birds how to migrate using ultralights and things like that.
The people on Letterboxd who like this movie really like this movie.
Oh yeah, I mean it's kind of like, a smattering of 3s, 3.5s, and then like this big bump in 5s.
Same guy who directed the late 70s Black Stallion directed Fly Away Home. I like that movie.
You can make a good animal movie.
Yeah.
Guys, this guy's going to appear twice on my list. He might be the only director.
Okay.
Who knew that Fly Away Home guy
Really?
would make a double appearance on my list?
Sure.
That's awesome.
All right.
All right. My number 8 is Aaron Brockovich from 2000.
Oh.
A movie James recently saw, I believe.
And forgot
Steven
it would
Soderbergh's
apply.
film with Julia Roberts. And she is cracking the case. She's just kind of like a person that everyone discounts, right? As, not someone you need to worry about. And she slowly but surely is getting to the bottom of some environmental pollution issues with a power company. And it's good. It's good. It's fun. It's like a little mystery, and you follow her exploits along, and she's a colorful character, and it's a good movie.
Should I see this movie?
You've never seen Aaron Brockovich?
Never seen Aaron Brockovich.
You should see it. I think it's worth seeing just to see what would get Julia Roberts nominated for an Academy Award.
Okay.
For acting. I think she's interesting in the movie.
And you like Steven Soderbergh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's average. Yeah.
Average.
No, I think for the most part, I enjoy Soderbergh movies. Yes.
You'll like it. It's well constructed. For sure.
All right.
Number 7, 2004, The Day After Tomorrow. Disaster film about, the planet can't keep up, basically, and decides it's going to destroy civilization or something like that. I don't remember the plot of Day After Tomorrow. I just know it's related to environmental issues. I think I watch it more as a disaster film than like a nature, I don't know, a movie that's trying to teach us a lesson. But I think it is on some level, some kind of subconscious level, and on its surface, probably.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Day After Tomorrow. Probably one of the more famous non-documentary environment-related movies. My number 7.
In The Day After Tomorrow, the president is played by an actor who looks like Dick Cheney and is kind of acting like Dick Cheney throughout the whole movie. And at the very end, they have to like immigrate to Mexico to avoid the super cold. And he gives this whole speech about like, I'm the president and I was wrong. And it's like, man, that weirdo Roland Emmerich's going real heavy-handed with this storyline here.
I think he looks more like Eisenhower. No. Is it Herbert Hoover?
I don't remember who played the president in The Day After Tomorrow.
I'm looking at President Hoover. No, not Hoover. Coolidge. I think he looks like Coolidge. No, not Coolidge. I'm thinking of some president.
I think you're thinking he looks like who was the Winston Churchill?
No. Who's this guy?
I don't remember enough from The Day After Tomorrow to play this game.
Maybe a FDR?
No, Truman.
Oh, okay. I see the Truman. Yes.
He looks like Truman.
Yep. I see.
All right.
Well, he is channeling Dick Cheney via Truman.
I gotcha. Okay.
All right.
He looks like Jim Carrey. That's weird.
Yes. My number 7, Jim Carrey playing Truman Capote. Exactly. The kind of previously mentioned Avatar. This is definitely an environmental movie where the Na'vi live on their peaceful Pandora. They live in harmony with a giant tree, and they're connected to the Pandora Earth, whatever you want to call it. They're connected to the Pandora. And these evil humans show up to strip mine the place for unobtainium, and good old Jake Sully has to save the day. And it's Avatar. I don't know what else needs to be said about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sure. My number 7 is Mother! !
Oh.
This is a Darren Aronofsky film starring Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem. And the environmental message is subtext for this film. I don't think it's explicitly mentioned. But I think a careful reading of this film will give you an environmental message of basically, we got to take care of our planet. Got to take care of the earth.
So, no, I'm not going to spoil
And it's
things
a crazy way to get there.
It is quite a roundabout way to get there.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
My number 6, speaking of signs, is 2008's The Happening, which is also an M. Night Shyamalan movie. In this movie, the trees kill the humans because we're abusing the earth through a mysterious, I don't know, is it a virus that you get via the trees? Something
it's
like
pollen.
that. Pollen.
I've never seen The Happening.
Well, you should see it. It's not good, but it's also fun to watch because it's very not good. I would say.
It's something.
Yeah, it's definitely something.
It's
Also,
an interesting bad movie.
What's his name in it? Mark
Marky
Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
So Mark Wahlberg in that movie.
Why don't you guys like science?
Yeah,
Just
the
give me a second to
SNL
think.
It's the SNL sketch like come to life, basically.
Yeah, it's Mark Wahlberg's doing a character of himself throughout that movie.
Yeah, that's definitely how it feels.
And Zooey Deschanel's in it too.
Yeah, I think there's a couple people in it that as you watch it, you'll be like, really?
Yeah.
M. Night's cred must have been real high when he cast that movie, because I don't think anybody really read the script.
No, they were like, the guy who made Lady in the Water, I'm in.
Probably. Yeah, not much to say about The Happening other than it's definitely an environmental message, and it's a movie that I enjoyed the one time I saw it, but I'm not against rewatching it. It's definitely been long enough that I could rewatch it and probably have fun with it, because I don't remember too much about it. My number 6.
All right, my number 6 is apparently the inspiration for Avatar, Fern Gully.
Nice.
I have not seen this movie in 35 years. But that's not, it came in 92, so that's not possible. But over 30 years. It's been a long time since this movie. But I remember really enjoying this movie. It has a strong environmental message about logging and evil tree spirits. What I really remember, though, is the one like logging teenager callously spray painting an X on the evil tree trying to kill a bug. And that being like the inciting moment of the movie. And that always kind of, whatever the evil spirit was, really creeped me out in this movie. And like the giant logging machine is also kind of scary. I was 9. Apparently this movie scared me when I was 9.
Fair enough.
All right. My number 6 is a documentary. Who Killed the Electric Car? ? From 2006. Did you guys see this movie?
I did. Yeah,
I did.
it's good.
Yeah, it came out and it was like, oh yeah, we had the technology for electric cars a long time ago, but we don't have electric cars, and why is that? And it goes through all the different potential culprits. You know what I mean? Like everyone basically that played a hand in basically how capitalism stole the electric car from us, kind of a thing. And now we do have electric cars, so that's kind of a redemption story, right? But it was a very well structured documentary and very kind of eye opening, kind of exposing things that I didn't know about at the time. So I thought it was cool. And there's this one guy that ran his car off of like vegetable oil or like left oil from restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, he went to like
That was pretty
McDonald's
cool.
and would get like their old fry oil. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I mean, even though we have electric cars now, they're still premium vehicles. And I think the electric car in this movie was like a Toyota Corolla style car. Like it was just accessible to anyone. And then, now it's gone.
Yeah.
Yep. My number 5 is from 1995. Previously mentioned, I think, on the last episode, which is weird because we don't talk about this movie that much. Waterworld.
Oh, that's my top 10, last 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So the majority of the movie isn't about this, but the premise is that the polar ice caps have melted due to humans, ruining the planet. And now the planet's covered in water and everybody's trying to survive without any real land to live on. And it's a very silly movie, I would say, but fun to watch. If you like Mad Max or post-apocalyptic style movies, I think Waterworld, certainly not the best of them, but fits in there nicely and is enough of a 90s oddity that even though it's not a particularly great movie, it survives, I would say, and it's become a cult classic on some level to some people who like 90s movies of this ilk. And I enjoy it as well. My number 5.
Nice. My number 5 is another animated film, The Rescuers Down Under from 1990. This is the rescuers, who are 2 mice who rescue people. They must go to Australia because there is a poacher who is hunting a rare golden eagle and has kidnapped a boy who knows the location of this eagle's nest. And these rescuers must try and hatch the plot, figure out where the boy is, and save the eagle. This movie, I just really enjoyed this as a kid. I don't think people talk about this Disney movie as much because it kind of came in between The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, which are like 2 top tier animated ones. And I'm not saying this movie is as good as either of those movies, but it's still, I think, pretty well done. It's a fun watch. And
Does it have songs?
It does not have songs. It is not a musical. No, there is
That's
a
what
character
did it
who
in.
sings, but he kind of sings to himself. But yeah, no, it's not. That's probably one reason why it was not as popular. It's not breaking out into song. But have you seen Rescuers Down Under, Zach?
I think once. Is this the one that has the alligator in the swamp? I'm guessing that's the Rescuers.
Correct. This one has a poacher who has a Gila monster or a Komodo dragon or some sort of lizard like that.
I'm just not sure. If there was a Komodo dragon, I'd want to see it.
It's some sort of large lizard that is the pet of the evil poacher. But I cannot tell you what animal it is exactly. So it's good though.
Perhaps a monitor.
It could be a monitor lizard. Yep.
Okay.
And George C. Scott, not George Wallace. George C. Scott does the voice of the poacher.
Really?
The actor, not the racist.
Okay.
Zach, do you remember this when we were playing some game? Oh,
we said George Wallace.
I said George Wallace. I was like,
George
oh, no, it's
C.
the
Scott.
racist governor, not the actor George C. Scott. So,
Yeah, that's funny.
I love this movie. I'm pretty sure it's on my top 700. I just don't remember where.
Oh, it's high under 700. James.
Right.
You like this movie a lot.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be low?
sure.
Well, if you had the list like in front of you, it'd be high on the list.
Oh, like physically high on the list.
Yeah, physically
Okay,
high. Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It might not be on my list. How is this not on my top 700 list? I need to.
Are you
revisit
sure it's not, James?
I just did a search for the word down, and there's only one movie with the word down in it.
Down
on my
Periscope,
list.
right?
No. Another movie with down. Not down Periscope. Following
My
down.
number 5 is the previously mentioned. Is this the first previously mentioned or the second?
So I did Ferngully already. So.
Ferngully. Okay.
Yep.
Fly Away Home.
Yeah, nice.
And James, you should see Fly Away
Now
Home.
I gotta
It's
see
great.
it.
It's great. Fly Away Home. Anna Paquin, precocious little girl, wants to fly some geese all the way home. It's good. And that's why it's my number 5.
I got excited.
I really wanted to give a compelling review on that one.
I think you sold it. Can you back your way into the environmental message of Fly Away Home?
But no backing required. You got to save the geese.
Okay. That's that simple.
I was trying to figure out why Rescuers wasn't on my list. And I got excited because I scrolled down and there was a list called 100 great movies nobody ever talks about and why you should see them. And then I clicked through and I realized it was my list from 11 years ago that I never published.
Oh no!
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On Letterboxd or
It's like a locked list. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I just
a private list,
I
yeah.
didn't make it public. Probably because I was writing a little bit for each one and I
Mhm.
probably didn't finish all 100 movies. That'd be my guess.
James, I want you to complete that list.
Someday.
Okay.
How many are on the list?
Well, the list is called 100 greatest movies, but there are 104 movies on the list for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because I was still culling down to 100.
And I have 11 more years of movie watching to add to that list.
What tipped it off is the first movie on the list was Triangle. That's why I was like, oh, this is probably my list. There's no way they put Triangle as number 1 on a list of 100 great movies. Okay. Nobody ever talks about. Are we on number 4?
We are.
All right. Number 4, 2013. Night Moves. This is a Kelly Reichardt movie. Director of Meek's Cutoff and Certain Women, First Cow. The Mastermind is her recent movie that people liked. So yeah, if you Kelly Reichardt, pretty chill filmmaker, I would say. Slow cinema maven. This is how to blow up a pipeline would be if Kelly Reichardt made it. You've got these eco-terrorists led by Jesse Eisenberg, and they want to bomb a dam because the dam is ruining the environment or whatever. And so they plot to ruin a dam. They don't know how to do these things. They are not skilled saboteurs. And so it's a little bit of a comedy of errors, just with a very intentionally plotting Kelly Reichardt style pace. So if you like her other movies, this is interesting because none of the characters are near as quirky, I would say, as some of the other movies. It's also not set in a bygone time period. It's set modern day, which a lot her more recent movies are doing that, but her earlier movies seem to be a lot of period pieces. And so I think it's a fitting addition to her filmography. And if you like her movies, this one's pretty accessible comparatively to some of her more challenging movies. And Jesse Eisenberg. You could go wrong with a few of his movies, but not Night Moves. It's one of the good ones. My number 4.
My number 4 is the previously mentioned How to Blow Up a Pipeline. This movie is a procedural, right, where he follows a group of radicals who go about wanting to blow up a pipeline. And I like how it's laid out sort of like a heist, where there's all these moving parts and everyone has their roles to play. This movie also gives you some backstories to these characters and kind of like makes you wonder, how can someone get radicalized? You know, what makes someone going from being, we must save the environment, to them being, we must blow up this part of industry to do so, right? Because I think a lot of us are like, oh yeah, XYZ is bad for the environment, but I don't think we're quite ready to go that far. So how does someone get to that point? And I'm excited for Pixar to remake this with Mabel as the main character. I want to see Pixar's How to Blow Up a Pipeline.
Sure. Yeah. My number 4 is Avatar: The Way of Water. Is Avatar sequel, Save the Whales. I thought it was really well done and crafted, and the ending is like, a different kind of action movie, like set piece, and it's like really, really well done. And it's one of those movies that it's just, I don't know how you bring it into existence. Like, so many elements have to come together and involving hundreds and hundreds of people. And I just don't know how you can lead a project like that. And so I was very impressed by that movie.
My number 3 is the 2022 movie Avatar: The Way of Water.
Wow.
That's a bingo.
That's a bingo. Well, not quite. You added it 4. I added 3, but pretty close. Definitely back to back. I don't have much to add other than I only wanted to put one Avatar movie on my list. And I feel like the second Avatar is the most environmental of them because of the whale aspect and the like there's definitely environmental themes in the first one, but the second one, I feel they just kind of like focus on it more or just have more environmental elements. Also, there's no distracting with like the whole avatarness of it, the actual avatar tech and stuff like that. They left all that for the first movie. The second one is like, we're over all that stuff. Now it's just man versus nature or the locals or whatever you want to say. My number 3, Way of Water.
Well, we all have an avatar. You guys just chose the better one, so I should have followed suit.
Okay, sure.
No sequels, no docs, OGs only.
Okay.
All right, my number 3 is a 1983 movie, also directed by Carol Ballard, who did Fly Away Home. So that's a bingo for that director. This is called Never Cry Wolf. This stars apparently not Bob Balaban, as I'm just learning. But if you'd asked me beforehand, I thought Bob Balaban was in this movie, but it's not him. It's just some guy who looks like him, apparently. It's about a researcher who is either sent to northern Canada or Alaska. I'm not exactly sure where. And he must research wolves for 6 months. He's going to basically live by himself out in the tundra and learn about wolves. And at first, he sees wolves as these menace, these predators, a danger to him, a danger to the surrounding people. But the more time he spends amongst the wolves in their habitat, learning from them, learning how they fit into the ecosystem, the more he realizes that they have a positive impact on the area and they're not a menace or a danger. So it's about a man just kind of coming into tune with nature by being around it. It's pretty much him in the movie. There are 5 people credited, including Brian Dennehy. That's kind of cool. And don't know how he's in that movie, but he is. And I remember watching the movie a couple times as a kid and just sort of digging this guy out by himself in the woods or in the tundra, being one with nature.
I've never heard of this movie, but I'm certainly intrigued. And I like that actor, Charles Martin Smith.
Yeah, I clicked on his name. I don't recognize him from, I mean, he obviously is in movies I've seen, but I can't pick him out of those movies.
Okay, gotcha.
What have you seen him in that you like him from?
He's like one of those guys that you like recognize.
Interesting.
Yeah, I certainly recognize him. He's 5'4", which is interesting.
That's probably why I thought he's Bob Balaban.
He was in American Graffiti and more American Graffiti.
There is a sequel.
There is a sequel.
He was in the Untouchables.
Okay.
He was in Northern Exposure.
Oh, well, that's very fitting. He's a man of the tundra.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Zach,
I like
you
that
should.
guy.
I mean, both of you should check it out. But Zach, if you're intrigued by this, I would love to hear your thoughts on it.
Oh, definitely check it out. Is there a horse in it at all?
There is not a horse. There are wolves and there are caribou, and there are
Like a good
small
Caribou
mice.
movie. Small mice?
Small mice, yes.
I'll check it out. My number 3 is WALL-E, the previously mentioned WALL-E.
My number 2 is
so-
Wall-E. Why are you?
Oh my goodness!
Why are you following me, Zach? Why are you
following you?
preceding me?
Yeah, preceding you. Well, my number 2 and 1 will not be your 1.
You already
What's
know
your-
my number 1.
Well, I just know it's not going to be my number 2.
I think I know what James's number 1.
Put it
is.
in the Discord, Kyle. I'll tell you when I get to it.
Okay.
Zach, tell us about Wall-E.
What's there to say about WALL-E? The first half an hour is peak cinema. It's great, fantastic. I mean, the second half of the movie is kind of, take it or leave it. But yeah, it's really great. I just love both of the main characters.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're just really well done characters, and it's a movie that it's not afraid to take its time, and it's not in a rush to develop its characters, which is great.
Yeah, the only thing I would add is until that second half, there's an environmental message, but it's so well baked into the story that like what's happening on screen is like not the destruction, it's the post. And there's like I think there's 2 lessons to the movie. Zach, you tell me if you agree. One is no matter what we do, nature's going to find a way. And 2, if we don't want to get stuck up in space, we should probably take care of the Earth.
I would disagree.
Okay.
I would say mostly I disagree with the first. I do think there's 2 messages of the movie.
Okay.
I don't think it's the first one. That's the theme of Jurassic Park.
Mhm.
The 2 themes of this movie are, if we don't want to get stuck up in space, we got to take care of Earth. And 2 is if we don't watch it, we're going to become like roly-poly blobs that do nothing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Such a good movie. So much Wall-E talk on this. We should. I need to rewatch the rest of Wall-E. For sure.
Yeah.
Kyle, your number 2.
My number 2 is a movie that I watched a week ago, just because it's been on my watch list for forever, and I really enjoyed it. And then we suggested this list. And I was like, oh, this movie is perfect for this list. Didn't even know that. And that is First Reformed from 2017. All I knew about this movie going into it was that Ethan Hawke played a conflicted priest. I knew nothing else about it, but I'm like, I like Ethan Hawke. I'm sold on this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he's conflicted because he's mentoring a parishioner who is sort of sees the doom in the environment. He sees that the environment is falling apart. He's conflicted about, does he want to bring a child into this world if we're destroying the earth? You can see him leaning towards radicalization of like going the way of pipeline. And Ethan Hawke as this minister is counseling this man, but also dealing with his own demons and also realizing, oh, maybe this guy has a point. Maybe he is right. And I need, as a leader to do something about that. And I just found this movie to be fascinating to watch, incredibly well acted. Amanda Seyfried plays the wife of the man who he's counseling. And she is like a revelation to me recently. I'm like, oh, is Amanda Seyfried a good actress? Because I've just been watching her in movies and I was like, I think she is. But like, not just a good actress. She might be a great actress because I thought she was great in this movie too.
She's good in everything.
Yeah.
Maybe not everything, but most things.
I mean, is she good in Mamma Mia? I've never seen Mamma Mia, but
Oh yeah, she's great in Mamma Mia.
I mean, for what that movie needs her to be, she's
great. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. I feel a little bad for her that she did not get cast as Glinda in the Wicked movie.
In a different, if it was a decade earlier, she would have been.
Oh, she would have. And like she even said, I think she has said like, I've been preparing for that role for like a decade.
Yeah.
I think she kind of expected that she was going to be Glinda in the Wicked adaptation. And then she might be a little sour about that. But anyway, yeah, First Reformed. I was really impressed by this movie. I'm glad I finally got around to it. And it is a good environmental, good religious conflict movie. There's no backing into this movie. It is an environmental message movie through and through.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right.
My number 2 is a documentary that is so good. It's called Honeyland.
Oh yeah.
Remember Honeyland?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
This is about a beekeeper in North Macedonia. And she's like at one with nature. She just has this simple life. She keeps her bees. Things are good. She's a cool lady. And then she gets some neighbors and they have like, kind of destructive beekeeping, practices.
Sure.
And it ruins her bee crop and they're just like bad neighbors. And she's like trying to navigate, like, what do I do when they've upset the balance that she has come to with her bees? And it's one of those miracle documentaries where, they start filming someone and they have no reason to know that anything's going to happen. And then these neighbors show up and that is the movie and it makes the doc. And it's like, it's so poignant. And anyway, it's really great documentary. It's called Honeyland.
And when Jason Statham shows up to deal with the neighbors, did not see that coming.
Total tone shift.
Yeah. In the sequel, Beekeeper.
Yeah. Beekeeper. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's also a documentary, guys, just so you know.
Yeah.
Nice. My number 1 is not what Kyle put in the Discord.
Oh, you were so quiet during First Reformed. I was convinced it was your number 1.
Nope. My number 1, Mother! Exclamation point. As far as movies,
that was my guess.
Yeah, as far as movies that have an allegory for like humans exploiting Mother Nature, it's right on the nose, I would say. It's what that movie is trying to do is just be an allegory for that situation. It doesn't hold back at all. It's like, what if Mother Nature was an actual human and we were doing the things that we do to Mother Nature to an actual human? Would we slow down and think about what we're doing at that point? And so that's what the movie depicts. Jennifer Lawrence kind of plays the matriarch of the household, and everybody kind of revolves around her on some level. Everybody wants something from her. Everybody has varying levels of demand from her. And over the course of the film, it gets more and more intense, and more people have increasing demands in extremity and volume. And it kind of culminates in just a burning down of the house, metaphorically and literally in the movie. And I love this movie. It's not an easy movie to watch for most people, I imagine. So if you haven't seen it, maybe go in with a little pre-read of it, or talk to somebody who's seen it who might not spoil it for you, but at least give you a heads up on what the content is. But I think as far as a movie with an environmental message, it's about as good as it gets, as far as remaining artistic, remaining its own thing, but also just integrating a message within it. If you watch Mother and walk away with a sick stomach to your, or sick feeling to your stomach because of the treatment of Jennifer Lawrence, I think that was the point, is to make you think. So my number one, Mother, lowercase m, exclamation point. Kyle?
Oh, I missed the boat on that one. I've seen it, and I guess I picked up much more on like the biblical subtext.
Okay.
So
That's there too.
yeah. All right. Well, when we do our top 10 biblically subtext movies, then I'll throw Mother up there. But my number one has been mentioned already by both of you guys. It is WALL-E. And I think this is it's a great movie. It's a great environmental message. I do believe that after we destroy the earth and destroy ourselves, so we don't figure this out, the earth will heal itself. Nature will find a way.
Mhm.
So as much as we say things like save the planet or save this and that, what we're really saying is save our ecosystem that is habitable to us, because we cannot destroy the earth. It will be here, and it will destroy us, and it will carry on for more billions of years, as it already has been. And I think WALL-E kind of recognizes that, where Earth is turned into this literal trash heap, but even still, it can find a way to rehab itself, hopefully with humans still involved.
Nice.
Life-
Nice. So
life finds
that
a
is
way.
the one movie that's on all of our list.
That is the one.
Because
Correct.
Kyle
yes.
picked the wrong Avatar.
I picked the wrong Avatar. I missed the message of Mother. This has been a rough one for me.
Yeah.
But you guys, Ernest Goes to Camp, very important to be on this list. So
Well, I would love to rewatch that. I really like the Ernest movies. I think that one and Ernest Scared Stupid are that and Ernest Goes to Jail. Those are my top three Ernest movies.
Ernest Goes to Jail, I like. It's a little creepy with like the electric
Evil
chair.
Ernest?
Evil
Oh, yeah,
Ernest.
sure.
Ernest Scared Stupid with the goopy like whatever they were, Brussels sprout things in the
Yeah.
trees. Oh, did not care for that whatsoever.
You didn't like that one?
No.
I think you should revisit it now that you're an adult. I think that you would really appreciate it.
No, I don't like goopy things in general. Like Stranger Things, they went to the Upside Down. Like, it's so wet in the Upside Down. I don't need the wetness everywhere.
In the early years of the podcast, occasionally we would do lists where like we would schedule it in advance, and then Zach and I would watch movies specifically for that list.
Yeah.
We should do an Ernest episode where we watch all the
Oh, that'd be
Ernest
great.
movies and rank
I would
them.
100% do that list.
Not to put you guys on the
That'd be great.
spot, but what about 750? We're at
Yeah,
How many
727.
How many Ernest movies do you want to watch in the next 3 weeks?
All of them. It wouldn't be 3 weeks. We're talking
25
20
weeks.
23 episodes from now.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it could be fun. All of them?
So half
There's a lot.
a year from now, can you slide in all the Ernest
There's
movies?
more than you think.
How many
Ernest
are there?
movies.
Yeah, pull them up, because I can name Camp, Jail, Scared Stupid, Christmas.
Can I be honest? I've seen Camp and Saves Christmas more times than I can count. I have no clue
Yeah.
how many times I've seen those. I think I've seen Goes to Jail, and maybe I haven't seen the others. If I did,
Okay.
they made no impression on me at the time.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't remember
Okay.
the others.
There's 9 feature films.
Okay.
So we could do this.
Yeah,
Ernest
yeah.
Scared Stupid, Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Saves Christmas, Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Goes to School, Ernest Rides Again, Ernest Slam Dunk Ernest, Ernest in the Army, And the one I'm most afraid of, Ernest Goes to Africa.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bad one already.
Okay, so are we committed? Or are we still?
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I am 100% down.
All the Ernest movies by episode 750, and 750 will be a celebration of
Of
Jim
Ernest.
Varney for some reason.
Can we throw like Toy Story in there to make it a nice round 10?
No, the rank. I mean, we could talk about Toy Story and Jim
Yeah.
Varney in general, but I think the list is ranking all the Ernest movies.
Do I
Didn't Ernest
subject?
start as a commercial?
Yes. I remember
Or
the commercial
what?
because I grew up in California. That's where the local Ernest commercials were.
Was it for like vacuum cleaners or?
I don't really
mops?
remember.
Right, because he's always a janitor, isn't he? Like in all his movies.
Yeah, but the commercials were not about janitor things.
Okay.
From my memory. I don't remember though. Are you looking at it, Zach? Are you trying to find the answer?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of commercials?
He was
were
created by an advertising agency, and he would pitch various products.
Right,
Okay, so
right,
not
right.
just okay.
Kyle, have you gone?
Gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes, I've
We're on
gone.
your number one.
Zach, what is your
Okay.
number one?
My number one is another documentary. It's one I've talked about intermittently over the last decade. It is Koyaanisqatsi
Oh,
from
good one.
1982.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of Koyaanisqatsi. James, have you ever seen Koyaanisqatsi? I know Kyle has.
Yeah, I watched it because you were a big fan. Like in the early days, I felt like you talked about that more in the first half of the
For sure.
podcast than
For
the
sure.
back half. I think I gave you it on Blu-ray too.
Yeah, I have it on Blu-ray.
One year for Christmas.
It looks and sounds beautiful on Blu-ray.
That should really be a 4K movie. I don't know why they haven't done that one in 4K yet.
Yes,
Yes.
for sure. It is Koyaanisqatsi, Life Out of Balance. It's got a really great Philip Glass score to it. It is a wordless documentary. There is no narration. There is no packaging. It just presents a series of images of the real world, and it juxtaposes like the natural world and the man-made world, and you can come away with your own thoughts from how it like juxtaposes things. But it basically is like, you know, there's something dehumanizing about the man-made world and the hustle and bustle and the like uniform treadmill of it all versus like the beauty and peace of nature and those kind of things. And so it basically juxtaposes those things with some really compelling cinematography, incredible cinematography, something that I've only really seen recreated in a documentary called Baraka.
I was thinking about
Which is
Baraka when you mentioned.
Also a fantastic documentary. There's a kind of a spiritual sequel to that called Samsara, which I haven't seen, but I've always wanted to. But Baraka is like, if Koyaanisqatsi like feels a little dated, you know, it's kind of like filmed in the early 80s on film stock or whatever. Baraka is a much more modern filmmaking kind of cinematography, and both are great and similar vibes. But yeah, Koyaanisqatsi is so good.
Zach, did you know that
Go ahead.
Baraka was the last movie I watched to complete your top 100?
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Fun. That's nice.
And I gave it 4 stars too. I liked it.
Great. I love
Yeah.
it.
Just for the record, I've never seen Koyaanisqatsi, or however you say it.
Oh, you haven't seen
I've
it?
seen Baraka.
Okay.
And also, the
okay.
Blu-ray I gave you was Baraka.
Okay, gotcha. So you have not seen Koyaanisqatsi.
According to Letterboxd, I haven't, and I'm looking at the stills of Baraka, and I'm like, oh, this is what I was thinking about. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Zach knows this fact, but James, when I was a kid, for a good first 8 years of my life, we had 2 VHSs, and we owned Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Koyaanisqatsi.
Those are very. I mean, I haven't seen Koyaanisqatsi, but I assume they are very different movies.
Very different movies. So yeah, if I make it to the local rental store and I want to watch a movie, I was like, am I gonna watch a cartoon rabbit or 2 hours of
quite the
film
double
glass?
feature.
And
It's quite the double feature.
yeah, man. We had some crazy Friday nights in the Peterson household growing up. So someone gave my dad Koyaanisqatsi on VHS. I'm like, what kind of gift is that exactly?
They
Is your
didn't
dad
like
considered like a? Would you say he's like an intellectual on some level or anything like that?
Yes, and he likes Philip Glass, so it's probably those are
Okay.
the two reasons why. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Like if you knew somebody and you knew that that's the type of stuff they were into, I could see giving you somebody that.
Yeah.
As somebody who gave Zach a movie called Baraka, because I think he's an intellectual. Clearly,
Right.
that's why.
And he likes who did the music on Baraka?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
he's
not-
a huge fan of Michael Stearns,
Sure, I don't know who
who's
that
done
is,
such
but
things as Baraka and Samsara.
Is that another
I really gotta
notable
bump up
movie? I've never heard of
Samsara.
that.
That's Samsara. Well, Zach mentioned Samsara is like kind of the sequel to Baraka.
Gotcha. So this podcast is kind of timely too, because Earth Day was just like a few weeks ago.
Oh, was it?
Was.
Yeah,
Oh, normally kids mention that.
April 22nd. They're normally your notification when Earth Day is.
Yeah.
Why? Because only schools care about Earth Day. Is that why?
Yeah, school's
Yep.
like, we're going to plant a
Pretty
tree.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for this episode 727. Just like the plane, right? Isn't that a plane? 727?
747.
No,
747.
727 is
there
a small
727?
plane. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, episode 727. We appreciate your listenership. As usual, don't forget, check out the video version on YouTube, support us on Patreon, leave us an Apple Podcast review, or send us an email, heyguys@cinereelists.com. Send me why you should win that vintage 2002 Signs t-shirt via email. Links in the description for all and any of those things. Also, you could follow us on social media on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Cinereelists, or you can follow me on my personal Letterboxd or Blue Sky account at YoJRB.
You follow me on Twitter or Letterboxd at Shaubin.
Find me on Letterboxd at Peter SKB.
Nice. Next week, not 100% sure what we're going to do for the podcast, but what I do know is I will not be here. So it's Kyle and Zach, dealer's choice. Before we go, though, global warming, real or fake?
I was going to joke beforehand. I would have loved if Zach's list was all climate denying
Right.
documentaries.
Yeah, would have been amazing.
Like my number 10 is it's fine. My number 9 is it snowed in July. My number, it's just all these.
Sure. Well, if you want to know the answer, check out the after show, because that's all we're going to talk about for 2 hours. Global warming. No, but seriously, we'll see you next week. Until then, keep it cinereal.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.